Hi guys! Today I'm going to talk to you about something incredibly important, okay? If you are a person of age right now, 18 years old or older, and you have registered to vote, I mean, I'm assuming that you registered to vote. If you didn't, shame on you, because you're not making your voices heard, and shame on you! I don't know what it looks like in your state, but in my state, our voter ballot looks like this. Initiatives and referendums and amendments on this side, and then the people on this side. Us as the young people, us as the next generation, it is incredibly important for us to make a difference, to prove the older generations wrong, because the older generation always says that the young people are lazy and they don't go out and vote, and if the young people went out and voted, then Obama would win by a landslide. Can we do that? Can we please do that? Like, I'm not trying to sway you either way, I'm just telling you, vote because it's important. If you care about something, go make a difference. Like, I've always thought, if somebody doesn't vote, they have no right to complain because they didn't do anything about it. And I know that with the electoral college system, it's really hard to think that you're making any sort of difference, but in a state like Ohio or Florida or any of the other battleground states, really specific votes, single votes do make a difference. If you live in a battleground state, don't vote for a third party. If you're voting for president, don't vote for any of these other people because it's a wasted vote. I know it's pessimistic to say that because I think you should vote with your heart, but at a time like right now, it's selfish because we're never gonna not be a two-party system, and that sucks. And that sucks that the election committees don't let the third partiers be part of debates. That sucks. But that's not up to us, and we just have to make a difference and make sure that our vote counts. And in battleground states especially, voting for a third party is making sure your vote doesn't count for anything. That is what I'm telling you to do. I'm not telling you to vote for either one of them, just vote for one of them. But the main thing that I want to talk about, with you guys at least, I know that there's a lot of my viewers, or at least a few of them, come from the state of Washington. And, hey guys, what's up? We got nice weather. We don't have to worry about Hurricane Sandy. I'm sorry. I want to talk to you guys about Referendum 74. This beauty right here. Something that we can directly make a difference about in this state is legalizing gay marriage and making it okay for everyone to marry who the fuck they want. And that's awesome. There's 3 other states that are voting on something similar to this right now, and with our ballots in the mail, because in Washington we get absentee ballots, we have to vote on one of these. We're getting them in the mail. So this is when they're finally putting the push to the campaigns, and I finally saw some reject Referendum 74 ads on TV the other day. I haven't seen any up until now because they've had no money. They've been getting out of state funding because nobody in this state is going to fund Reject 74. Which is why I'm urging all of you people, all of my lovely subscribers who are of age and who have registered to vote, please go vote to approve Referendum 74. And if you aren't of age, go spread the word on Facebook, on Twitter, on Tumblr. Please help this campaign in any way you can. I went to a benefit the other day. My friend Chris Orlowski, he was playing a benefit up in Everett with the local strangers as a fundraiser for the campaign and as a way to kind of raise awareness, and they had some representatives from Snohomish County come talk about it and how it's important, and they had a representative from Washington United for Marriage. I can't remember her name, but she told us an interesting story. Now, I am a straight, white, cis female, so I don't personally have any sort of story to tell you about gay marriage, about my experience with inequality. And that's what kind of sucks. Like, when I'm trying to argue and to persuade people about gay marriage and about marriage equality, I don't have any personal experience, and I have a really hard time seeing the other side. When talking about most issues, like even pro-life versus pro-choice, I can see the other side, I can understand where they're coming from. I don't agree with it, but I can see where they're coming from. When arguing about gay marriage and marriage equality, I have no way of understanding the opponent. I have no reason to try and understand why somebody would oppose anybody's right to marry who they want. I am fine with being stuck in my ways about something that I believe is wholeheartedly right. And the woman who told us this story, she said to us, if you have no story, tell mine. And I want to tell you her story right now. This woman, she was in her late 40s, and she's a bisexual. In her 30s, she had a 10-year relationship with a woman. They had a ceremony, they basically got married, they did all the things that a married couple would do. They lived together, they fell in love, they did everything that a married couple would do, except without the title and the paperwork. And like a married couple, they wanted to start a family. They did it through artificial insemination, and this woman's partner had better health insurance under her job, so they decided that her partner would be the biomom. In all actuality, this woman had no blood relation to her daughter, but she was there through everything like any couple would raising a child, like going through a pregnancy. It's the same as with a straight couple, just without a penis. Like, they had the baby, they had a beautiful daughter, and like some straight relationships, not all gay relationships are perfect. Not all of them last forever. So they had a divorce of sorts, obviously not on paper, but they separated and they weren't on good speaking terms. And because this woman didn't have any sort of legal standing, because there was no marriage involved, and she was not blood related to her daughter, she had no legal standing to see her daughter. Because her partner left, she couldn't go to the courts and be like, she took my daughter away and I want to see her. And she hasn't seen her daughter since her and her partner have separated. And that's not fair. That's not right in any way, shape, or form. Which is why we need to pass this bill. We have to. And if we don't pass it in the state of Washington, what message is that going to send to the Supreme Court being like, well, if Washington can't do it, what are the other states going to do? We're going to try and overturn all of them. We have 3 women in charge of our state. We have 2 women senators and a woman governor. And if we can't pass the gay marriage bill, there's something wrong with us right now. Do everything you can to change people's minds, especially people who are still on the fence. Like, if you know somebody who's still on the fence about Ref 74, tell them a story. Tell them that woman's story. Go Google Referendum 74. There's a whole YouTube channel with like musicians and local people talking about their stories and their experiences and why they think Referendum 74 should be passed. And tell those stories. So many of the phrases and what's being said by the opponents of Referendum 74 is almost word for word of what people were saying in favor of segregation in the 1960s. That's happening again. People now wouldn't think twice about interracial marriage. This is a civil rights issue. We need to be on the right side of history, okay? Like, in 40 years, we're gonna be looking back and being like, wow, why were people so against that? The way that we look at, like, the South in the 60s now is how they're gonna look at people against gay marriage in 40 years. We can't be those people. We have to be the people who are gonna change things and make a difference and change the world and just, like, I want so badly for this to pass. I am ready to go like argue with my best friend because she's still on the fence, but I don't want to like make a rift in our relationship. But this is so important, you guys. It's just important as a human. I'm gonna do it right now. Referendum 74 approved. That's all it takes, guys. You just connect lines, fold it up, put it back in the envelope, and mail it out, man. It's the easiest thing in the world, and it's the most rewarding thing in the world. You are affecting your state, your country, your congressman, your legislators. You are doing something more important than, like, sitting on your computer and ranting about things on Tumblr. Like, I've gotten so sick of the social justice part of Tumblr that, it's almost made me want to give up because it's just so obnoxious. This is how it should be. Like, people should be writing letters to their congressmen. People should be trying to make differences by actually, like, doing things rather than talking about things. Please vote. Please, 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 please. Jesus Christ, vote. Try and change people's minds because it's what's right. I'm gonna go fill out the rest of my ballot with all the other rigmarole. Initiatives, advisory votes. There's a lot of things on here, but I don't feel like talking about it because a lot of them are about taxes. Those are important too, mind you. I will see you guys next time, and again, vote! Okay, bye!